buenas, bienvenidas. Hoy, al menos un momentillo, vamos a cambiar, vamos a probar esta demo, que es una demo, al final la podéis descargar en Steam, creo que sí, en Steam la tenéis. De un juego en el que se juntan cosas raras. Tenemos por un lado un ambiente noir, típico pues noir, de unos detectives, pero en una ciudad que por otro lado está llena de animales, porque somos un pollo que tiene que investigar en una ciudad llena de animales. Pensad que de lo malo, peor que Cats no será, peor que la película Cats no será, ¿vale? Es broma. Bueno, pues eso, es un pequeño estudio que está haciendo esta aventura. El juego está bastante bien porque, pese a que normalmente toda la acción discurre en plan con diálogos para tener que seleccionar cosas y tal, tiene varias fases en las que cambia de jugabilidad, ¿vale? Y la música me encanta, es que a mí esta musiquilla me vuelve loco, entonces pues eso. Y bueno, ya iréis viendo que tiene varias formas de varias fases de juego, ¿de acuerdo? Pues bien, vamos allá.
Previously on Chicken Police.
Atención.
She stood in the darkness, the light painted stripes on her body. She was the first womanly thing in my place for a long time.
Believe me, Mr. Featherland, it's not an accident I came to you.
Look, miss, I work for the police, and I'm currently on leave. I couldn't accept private commissions even if I wanted to.
My mistress's partner is Hobart Wessler, or as most people know him,
Ibn Wessler, the Kingpin.
Exactly.
Feathery gods, help me.
Ojo, esos somos nosotros.
Before I visit the club, I have to take a detour. I've got a feeling that this case isn't going to be a one-man job. And there's only one bird in this city I can trust. My ex-partner, Marty. He's going to be at the station. I can only hope he'll be willing to talk to me.
Y es que como todos los buenos detectives duros, pues a ti tiene rencillas.
Marty. At the station, we'd always draw straws about holiday duty. Marty never joined in. He always took the New Year's Eve shift, even though he had someone to go home to. I understood. 10 years ago, we survived the night the press called the Bloody New Year. Forgotten by Clawville, but not by us. We both left parts of ourselves behind that night.
Aquí mi parte cinefila palpita porque fin de año sangriento. No sé si habéis visto la película esta. Una película que nadie ha visto. L.A. Confidencial. Todo comienza básicamente con, bueno, comienza de otra forma, pero hay una pelea en la comisaría y los periódicos lo llaman Navidades sangrientas, algo por el estilo, ¿de acuerdo? Entonces esto pues me lleva a esa película y todo empieza a encajar muy bien en este juego Plavi. Y nada, tiene un montón de fases que son así, de investigar lo que alrededor. El juego está completamente doblado. Bueno, doblado, tiene voz, lo que pasa que en inglés obviamente, no está doblado en castellano. Todo lo que vayamos descubriendo lo iremos apuntando aquí. Sujetos, iremos descubriendo todos los sujetos que hay por aquí. Aquí sabemos que somos parte del dúo de la Chicken Police, que somos nosotros y somos Santino, Sonny Federland y Martin McChicken, ¿vale? que pues hemos resuelto miles de casos, pero pues como todo el mundo, pues tiene rencillas, ¿vale? Lugares, no, está todo por aquí, de acuerdo, volvemos. Me encanta porque tiene un montón de detallitos aquí puestos en pósters y tal, está curioso.
I tore it down at least 3 times already. Actually, it's a kind of passive-aggressive game for us with the chief. I'm sure it's Bloodborne.
Y bueno, aquí tenemos a un par de tipos más. Aquí ya podemos hablar.
Phyllis and Roy's. 2 hedgehogs with an arrogance typical of novice cops. They're as prickly as they look. Officious little shitheads, but harmless.
Vamos,
well, look at that. Hey, Sonny, what you scratching out over here? I heard the big boss threw you out.
Tough luck, boys. I may not be on duty, but I'm still a cop, just like you. Well, more than you.
Aquí, a ver, hombre, a ver quién es más gallo, va a ser complicado que le ganen a nuestro McChicken.
Hey, you don't have to be so peckish, old bud. By the way, you're on luck. Blood Boil's not in tonight. The law is in charge.
Seguimos.
Oh, God. That clumsy buffalo is here tonight. If he doesn't end up in a cell again, he's lucky.
You got it. You looking for Marty, eh?
I see you're still the brains around here, Phyllis. Yeah, I'm looking for Marty. Birds of a feather flock together.
I see you're still the funny guy around here. You'll find the giant feather duster at the shooting range, as always.
Hey, Royce, I'm telling you this because maybe you'll be able to understand. If this prickly shithead makes another racist remark, I'll strangle him with his own raincoat.
I'd love to see that. Hey, whose side are you on, you jerk?
Stay away.
This happened when that old bloodhound, Bloodboil, was promoted to chief of police.
Y por aquí.
Did you miss me? No? Same here.
A ver, la personalidad del pollo este me encanta. O sea, tiene el punto justo de chulo que tiene que tener un detective en una película de estas.
Here we are again, Clawville Police Department. I've never been good at history, but if I'm not mistaken, this place has been a church, a hospital, and even some insane cult's secret hideout over the years. Anyway, the place holds the secrets of the ages, and some drunk pigs in the basement. Honor, strength, unity. For the love of the wild gods, I'm gonna be sick. Marty drinks this shit. I've never tried it, but I'm pretty sure it's gross and probably toxic.
A ver si vamos a investigar algo más.
The lion, the fox, the stork, and the sheep. Representations of 4 kinds of animal spirituality. The reptiles were left out for some reason. There's some kind of historical explanation to that, but I've never been good at history, and I'm not even from Clawville.
Hay que saber valorar que en un juego pequeño, o sea, en un juego de un estudio pequeño, cuidan más a estos detalles. Quiero decir, vale que no es el típico juego que tiene mucha aumenta el storytelling, porque al final lo que te interesa son todos los detalles de la historia principal, pero que se ocurren cositas de estas está guay. Y no sabemos si después eso tendrá que ver, pero bueno.
Officer Jardine. They say she's clever, smart, and dangerous. We need more of her kind in here. I'm really not in the mood to meet Deputy Malloy or any of my ex-colleagues from the Predatory Division.
Vale, todo lo demás lo hemos estado viendo. ¿Con esto podemos hablar?
One of Blood Boyle's favorites. Mainly because he's a dog, of course.
Es que... Bueno.
Monica Rosen. Receptionist in theory, but in reality, she's doing literally everything around here. Like the beating heart of the PD. She's too good for this place. Even for this city.
Voy a probar una cosilla que quiero ver cómo está sonando. Está sonando. Está sonando hasta que... Un momentillo, para volver. Aquí. Todo comienza básicamente con... Bueno, vale, sí. Ya está. Era lo que quería ver. Vale. Y vuelvo a poner esto.
Hey, Monica.
Hey, Boss Bird. What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be celebrating somewhere?
Every day's a holiday since I got out of here.
I can tell. But what are you doing here? Are you here for a file? You know, I'm a little busy right now.
Yeah, you could look after a few things for me, but first I'd like to talk to Mr. Big Beak McChicken himself. Those two prickly assholes told me he's emptying the magazines in the hole.
Like always. And if he carries on like that, he's gonna use up all our ammo. So it would be nice if you drag him out of there. You know how this day is for him.
For him?
You know I didn't mean it like that.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so just sign here and you're good to go.
Thank you, darling.
Don't mention it, Boss Bird.
Mort Mardigan, a notorious deadbeat. Poor guy's been blind since his teenage years, but that doesn't stop him from running into trouble. What the cluck did he do this time? Mort, you scabbiest beast. What the hell did you do?
Morty to you, sonny boy. Everything's fine. There was just a bit of trouble in the bar, and someone got knocked on the head with a glass. It wasn't my fault. I'm as blind as a bat, am I right?
Did that ever bother you, Morty?
Listen, sonny boy. Go tell them to leave me alone, eh? It's New Year's Eve, after all, and I didn't even do anything wrong. Not that wrong.
Where's your little lapdog to get you out of this mess? Is that little pimp of a midget still sniffing around you?
Jeff is a good boy, Sonny. And he's good to me, believe me.
Oh, God, spare me the details. When will you finally realize that little shit's been using you?
Oh, of course he's using me. What could a pretty boy like him want from this old monster, eh? Still, Sonny, I have no one else. You understand that, don't you?
Even you deserve better, pal. By the way, you look horrible, even for yourself. Are you feeling okay?
Well, I'm not what I used to be. But neither are you, judging from your voice. But I'm seeing a doctor, sonny boy. I really am. Are you?
Don't need to, Mort. I'm fine. Anyway, if Bubo prescribed you something, don't even think about taking it.
I don't talk to that insane owl.
Damn right.
Please, say something on my behalf, okay? I really don't have time for this detective.
Hey, careful with that. Buffalo Malloy is the chief today.
Like I care.
I'll try to speak for you, but keep it down till then, okay? You don't need this shit, and I don't need it either.
simulativo, bueno, no es un juego completo, ¿vale? Es una demo. Pero es que me probé, me gustó. Y pues nada, la quiero traer para que la veáis un poco. La tenéis en Steam, está curioso. La mayoría de juegos es así, ¿vale? Ya lo he comentado antes, pero luego tiene partes que cambia un poco la jugabilidad que pues, está curioso. O sea.
More like a clock and pigeon.
Sujetos. Tenemos aquí este. Lo fascinante es que se ha traducido todo. O sea, todo. Las voces no, obviamente. Pero todos los textos están traducidos y bastante bien. O sea, el que.
One of these as target practice once.
Sí, es una película, no es. Me gusta porque mezcla, pues eso, típico película no ir ahí de detectives en plan todos, pero con animales antropomorfos y no sé, o sea, es una mezcla que de momento me está gustando y los diálogos están bastante bien. El personaje, el gallo este que es nuestro protagonista, que luego nos vamos a juntar con otro, porque son la chica Polis, son ellos dos, ¿vale? Y son los detectives que... Uy. ¿Qué es? Y tiene un montón de detallitos como este que son maravilla pura. Una historia de Chicken Police. Sí, hacer cosplayarme para esta es la demo. Si gusta la idea, igual para el juego completo hacemos algo, ¿vale? Pero bueno, que esto sea de la demo. Para el juego completo nos lo pensamos.
He's not a bad boy, by the way.
Holy wild ones, look what the cat dragged in.
A ver, tanto no, pero igual una camisa y una corbata ahí en plan tal.
Hello to you too, Bosco. I see you're busy as always.
I've been sniffing around one of the rundown joints. You know how it goes. And boom, this son of a lizard comes flying out the window.
I'm still a cop for another 121 days, Bosco. It's as unpleasant to me as it is to you.
All right. No need to bite. Wasn't trying to mess with you. You have Moses and Plato for that. And of course...
Let's hope I won't run into any of them tonight.
Looking for Marty, eh? Ever since you left, he's kind of lost. He's trying to hide it, but he's not the same bird.
Bueno, eso llamarle pájaros a... Pero bueno.
Well, I don't think we'll have a teary reunion, thinking about how we parted.
Let me give you some advice, Sonny. Let him rage. He'll be the same after that. Anyway, he was the one that shot you, right? You should be mad, not him.
Aquí vemos la parte de atrás de la historia, es decir, el background de la historia, pero la parte de atrás de la historia en la que la disputa entre este y su colega viene cargadita.
It's not that simple, Bosco, but we'll see how he reacts. Thanks anyway.
No worries, pal.
Still living in the Atlas?
If something works, why change it, right?
Well, if you like it there.
Listen, Monica, you could, come by sometime for a drink or two, you know?
I didn't hear that, and you didn't say that.
Se veía venir,
Okay,
tenía que
got it. Sorry.
Anything else, Boss Bird?
What do you know about the Czar Club?
Nothing special. I've never been there. It's a famous place, though. Expensive cigars, unaffordable drinks, pretty gals. All the movie stars and politicians go there at least once a week.
And all the big shot mobsters, too, I've heard.
Yeah, I was saying the same thing.
Do we have a file on Hobart, Ibn, Wessler?
Are you kidding me? We have a whole room just for him. Want the key? You can spend the remaining days of your paid holiday in there.
No thanks. Never mind. You're a bit sassy today, aren't you?
I'm sorry, Sonny, but I'm starting to shed my feathers because of this insane asylum. You know, New Year's Eve and Blood Boil's not here when he should be.
Somehow I'm not sorry about that.
Yeah, I bet you're not, Boss Bird. Natasha Katzenko. Interesting name. Is it real or just an alias?
Ya si el nombre nos indica
It's
que
supposed
puede
to be
ser.
real, but who knows? Good question.
We have nothing on her. She's either clean or uses a fake name. Maybe both, but I don't think so. Aside from that, everyone knows what I know about her. Singer, star, the #1 babe in this town, so to speak.
Thanks, little bird. It's something.
Glad I could help.
I'm not here for this.
Y ya está, ¿no? No creo que no vamos a hacer nada más por aquí. No. Pues vamos a ver con nuestro
This
colega.
is gonna be a hard ride. Last time we saw each other, he had a
Oh,
smoking gun in his
sí,
hand.
¿dónde estás? Ahí estás.
I was bleeding. I don't know how we can get past that, but it's worth a try.
No sabemos por qué. Este que es su colega le disparó a nuestro protagonista. Y ahora hay que limar las perezas.
Long thighs and a big gun. That's Marty's idea of a perfect woman. Can't blame him for it.
I was just about to go.
You're right. I'm gonna do that. I know her well. Marty calls her Susie, and I have to say, this little she-devil pulled us out of many tough situations over the years. Claudia. Tiny, dark, and angry, and hits you where it hurts the most. I believe this piece is forbidden. Cops can't use it, but this is Marty's personal collection, so it doesn't matter. At least nobody has ever complained. Her Majesty Big Bertha. Or rather, Big Bertha 2, because there was one before her. A sawed-off little broad, but we lost her in a swamp. Marty cried for a week. But once he saw this giant lady here, the balance of the universe was restored.
Vale. Bueno, vamos primero a hablar con él.
Marty looks good. Big and loud and angry as always. Hey, Marty.
Oh, well, look who's here. Hello, Boss Bird. Are you lost? This is the PD building, you know?
Cut the shit, Marty. We're better than this.
Well, at least you are. Better than anyone, huh?
Ay, ay,
Marty,
rencillas.
come on, let's forget that. What's past is past.
Tío.
Easy for you to say, Sonny.
Damn it, Marty. You shot me, remember? I almost bled to death.
Hell
Pobrecillos.
yeah, I remember. Unfortunately, my aim wasn't good enough.
I need your help, okay? That's what you want to hear.
Well, it's a start.
Okay, I've said
Dos tíos
it.
duros
I
ahí.
won't do it again.
Ocultando sentimientos.
Yeah, right.
So, are you in? Just for tonight. Small case. We'll wrap it up in no time.
What kind of case?
A personal one.
How personal?
Very. The kind of case where if you come with me right now, you're not on duty anymore.
Ojo.
Oh, damn, Sonny. Stop it right there. I'm in.
Ya está.
That's it?
Do you know how boring life is here without your stupid, reckless shit?
Estaban ahí a los tías y de pronto tengo un caso, va a ser fuera de servicio. Ah, vale, venga, me apunto.
Tell me.
I'll tell you in the car.
Ooh, can I bring Bertha?
Ah, for the love of... Marty, this is a routine case.
Que como hemos visto las armas antes, sabemos cuál es Bertha.
Bertha stays.
Okay. But at least Susie can come, right?
All right, Susie can come.
That's what I want to hear.
Bueno, ya sabemos que al final ese tío es como es, ¿vale? Nuestro colega, nuestro partner, es un tío duro. Bueno, vamos a probar esto para que veáis otra jugabilidad que tiene el juego. Entonces, básicamente se trata de disparar a los objetivos en un minuto sin matar civiles. ¡No! La cagué. Me ha salido el civil y le he disparado ahí sin miramientos. Ups. Ups. Ah. Hoy no estoy fino. Se ha movido el maldito elefante, se ha puesto delante del maldito elefante. Bueno, esta no va a ser la mejor partida. Aquí vemos que Sony es el mejor. Así que vamos a intentar superarle, ¿vale? Bueno, ese de Zico. Nope. Ups. Hay que... No, ya... Cuando fallas una de estas ya la acabaste. Aparta... Uf. $1146, bueno, en realidad somos nosotros Sony, que me había equivocado, Martes y el otro es el colega, así que ya habíamos sido mejores, ahora somos todavía mejores. En fin, le da variedad al juego, ¿vale? Cosillas de estas, luego tiene alguna otra, luego las veremos. Vamos a hablar con él y decirle...
Hey Marty, glad to hear it.
She asks a lot about you.
Really?
Espera, vamos a...
Hey, Marty, what about Laura?
Vale,
How come
no
she
hay,
didn't
no hay,
meet
no hay
you
peor
yet?
de Laura.
Yeah, very funny. We're good, by the way.
Glad to hear it.
She asks a lot about you.
Really?
Yeah. She always hated you for getting me into trouble all the time.
Understandable.
But she also...
Ah, well, thanks. That's...
If I'm honest with you...
Well, I think I'll take that as...
Whatever, Sonny.
Y aquí no hay nada más para investigar.
I was just about to go when you came in, so...
You're right. I'm gonna
Bueno, este lo hemos hecho, nos
still
piramos.
drink coffee.
Yeah.
We could visit...
Oh, and...
If it comes to that...
Well, yeah, like last...
Those were, different times, Marty. With it...
well,
You don't have to come with me, you know.
Okay, I know. Let's go.
Vamos.
Sonny, there's a little problem.
Not so little. And it smells, too. What the furry hell is Blood Boil doing here?
Well, it seems we can't avoid speaking.
Oh, yes, we can. You have your rifle with you, right?
What?
Just kidding. Sort of.
Bueno, primero vamos a hablar con este, a ver si le sacamos algo.
I see you're swamped, buddy.
I've sent the old lizard away.
Ojo,
I don't need him to foul the air anymore.
ojo.
I hate his kind anyway.
Well, because he's a reptile.
No,
Racismo?
because he's a good-for-nothing piece of shit.
No, yeah, that's true.
And you letting off some steam.
Something like that. We'll go and check out some seedy joint. We're cops, after all, ain't we? And this is still Clawville.
That's true, pal. Protect and serve.
Eesh, get a room, you two.
Shut up, Marty.
Vamos a ver. Entonces al final el hombre este ha sido despedido. Pobrecillo. Bueno, hablemos con él. Pepe.
Honestly, I have a really bad feeling about this.
What a surprise. The two pigeons back together. And without my permission, of course.
Chief Bloodboil.
Damn.
What was that, Santino?
Nothing, sir. What a lovely evening. Am I right?
I don't want to hear your
Don't know
crowing,
what to-
Santino. What the hell are you doing here?
Hey, careful with the racist barking, old hound.
Oh, it's getting hot in here. Can we just skip this part? It's New Year's after all.
And you're on duty, if I'm not mistaken, Martin. Where do you think you're going?
That's it, boss. To serve and protect. Sonny was in the neighborhood and stopped by to say hi. He's a cop too, right?
Only on paper, and you know that very well, Detective.
I don't want any trouble, boss. I just wanted to say hi to Monica, and then this feather pillow showed up. I invited him to grab a quick coffee. You can allow him that much, can't you?
Your coffee breaks usually end up in shooting or brawling, chickens.
Oh, just a coffee, boss. I swear. Oh, have a heart. It's New Year's Eve, and I haven't seen my old partner for so long.
How touching. You shot him with a shotgun, if I remember.
Ojo, que era una escopeta, no una pistola.
Family quarrel.
For all the marrow bones of the world, get the hell out of my sight.
Have a lovely evening, boss.
You especially. Fuck off right now, Santino.
Vamos a ver. Detallitos. Nuestro jefe. Sobrinoble. Además me odia. Ese detalle, además me odia. Vamos a ver si podemos decirle algo más a esta.
We're leaving, sweetheart.
Stay safe, boys. I'm glad to see you two together again.
I'm afraid you're alone with that.
Hey, don't make me change my mind.
You won't, Marty. I bet you can't wait to get mixed up in some serious trouble again.
Yep, that's true.
I'm serious, boys. Be careful out there.
Básicamente porque vamos a ir al bar donde está toda la mafia, así que...
Mostly.
Okay, but take care of each other too.
Will do, Monica.
Yes, ma'am.
Y aquí ya poco más hay que hacer. Así que... Vamos al club.
Time to go, partner. It'll take half an hour or more to get there.
To the club, then. I'm curious about the show.
Look, Marty, we're not going there to have fun, okay?
I know. We worked together for 10 years, remember?
9.
Oh, do you have any gum?
Of course not. Chickens don't chew.
Well, I'll go crazy on a long ride without it.
And I'll go crazy from you beaking it.
Ah, Sonny, it's a pleasure working with you again.
Ojo.
Midnight had passed, and the intoxicated madness kicked in. We could only crawl along Shalva District's main street toward downtown. The city's heart beat differently. Ancient buildings were defaced by neon signs and billboards, like half-drunk lovers on a fine leather sofa. Great old houses neighbored by garish modern blocks. A place that makes the head hurt. The Tsar's huge neon sign was visible for miles. A blazing red sign advertised tonight's main attraction, the amazing Natasha. Cops were never welcomed at places like this. I hoped we were too late for the show. We had to be inconspicuous, but it was never easy with this bird mountain by my side.
So this is the famous Tsar Club.
More like infamous, Marty. It's not for our kind, that's for sure. And I don't mean that they don't like foul here.
Ojo.
Well, at least we don't have to be afraid that they see you as a detective, Boss Bird.
Very funny, Marty.
So what are we gonna do now?
We find Natasha, the broad who sent me the message, remember? But first we need to get into the club. And Marty, please, don't monkey this up.
Excuse me? On behalf of the well-respected and noble primate community of Clawville?
Cut the crap, Marty. Let's focus on what we're here for. Oh,
as you say, Boss Bird. One day, neon signs will cover the whole world, I'm telling you.
You read that in some kind of science fiction book?
No, it's just what I think.
Oh, so you have your own thoughts now. The world's really moving forward.
Cluck off, Sonny. You know, seeing this, I can't wait for the show.
The girls?
New Year's Eve's once a year, right? And we're not on duty.
Have I asked how Laura's doing?
Whoa, hey, I was just kidding, okay? My relationship with Laura is unwavering, like the rhino beauty on this picture.
Interesting taste you've got.
Feathers, scales, or dermal armor, a lady's a lady, my friend.
Lady's a lady.
Thank the wild gods for self-sacrificing gentlemen like you.
Me gusta que no sean investigables y todo eso. Tengo aquí todos los detallitos bien puestos. Está bien.
Honestly, I think these types of women only see faceless tuxedos, cufflinks, and wallets. And in the mirror, they're just brooches, necklaces, and earrings.
Don't be so radical, Marty. They're women. They live by different rules.
That was kind of deep.
It's not. Just bullshit. There's more where that came from.
Ooh, teach me, master.
When you're old and wise like me, you'll realize none of it is worth a damn thing.
Wait, that was deep again, right?
Maybe it was, Marty. Maybe it was.
Amazing. Hey, that's your old friend, right? Wait, what was his name? Lawrence? Lamar? No, Liam.
Lewis. Yes, it's him.
To be honest, Sonny, I always thought that guy's not all there in the head.
Nobody's perfectly sane in Clawville, Marty. But if not for this old rabbit, I wouldn't be here today. I'll never forget that.
Should I thank him for that?
Or kill him for it.
You're reading my mind, boss.
Vamos a hablar con Lewis.
Sonny, my dear friend.
Hi, Lewis. This is my partner. But I'm sure you already know.
You have no idea how happy I am to meet you, Mr. Marty. I'm a big admirer of your work.
Pleasure's all mine, Lawrence.
Lawrence? Anyways, so, the legendary Chicken Police back together? Isn't it amazing news?
Don't ruffle my feathers, Lewis. Those days are long gone. We're just here for the entertainment. Or something like that.
I see.
See you inside?
I have something to do, my pal, but I'll try to make it for the main event.
Okay then. Catch you later, pal.
Whoa, look at that. Isn't that the new...
It is, Marty. A brand new 942 Silver Hawk. Haven't seen such beauty since I left Iveria.
Of all that's furry, who's it?
Maybe it's Ibn Wessler's. I guess he's no paper tiger.
Yeah, he sounds like a fellow who drives around in one of these. Lucky bastard.
Vamos a ver si nos han puesto algo más del hombrecillo este. Únicamente pájaros. Moderno y pintoresco, gobernado por un parlamento democrático. ¡Ojo! Gran guerra de la carne. Hay todo un lore detrás, hay un background. Tiene un Tarkov. Hay más lore aquí. Hablamos con el portero.
Jeez, look at that guy.
That's not a guy. That's a demon. Straight from the dog-eared pages of a cheap detective novel.
Yeah, I bet his name's Bill.
Nah, he's definitely a Bob.
$5 for Bill?
Okay, I'm in.
¿Quién habla?
Howdy, pal.
Gentlemen, how can I help you on this wonderful, chilly night?
We're expected in the VIP line.
My apologies, but I don't remember ever seeing you gentlemen here before.
Stop right there, big guy. I get it. Yeah, I know exact.
Nothing's easier, sir. Are you...
The list. Yeah,
Don't tell me you forgot.
I'm afraid I did, Marty. Sorry, big guy, but I'm pretty sure we're not on the list tonight.
That's a shame. I'm really sorry, sirs. In that case, you can't come in.
Yeah, right.
My pleasure, gentlemen.
Bueno, parece que de primeras no podemos entrar. Ni siquiera es importante, parece. Sí, no tiene pinta de ser importante.
Do you remember when the Clawville Chronicle was a really high-quality news?
You mean when they wrote something about us daily?
Yeah. What exactly happened to them?
Well, they got bored with us, Marty. And to be honest, so did I.
But still, here we are working together again. Funny, huh?
Yeah, hilarious.
No sé si le busco ayudar a
Look,
entrar.
Lewis, that bouncer over there.
Well, yes. He is a bit intimidating, but his manners are impeccable. Am I right?
Yes, indeed, but it seems tonight we're not on his list.
Oh, I see. Oh, I get it. I get it. You'd like to go in, but he won't
Es un
let you.
lince, no es un conejo, es un lince. La espía del vuelo.
Yeah, something like that.
No, 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 no problem at all. Come with me. I'll talk to him.
Much obliged, pal.
Yeah, thanks, Bunny.
Excuse me.
Ah, jeez, what the hell's wrong with you, Marty?
What? Did I say something wrong?
Bueno, volvamos a hablar con este hombre. Bueno,
Say,
primero
big
hablemos.
guy, you know Mr. Luke.
But of course, Mr.
Is that so? Good to...
I'm afraid that is all, monsieur.
La placa de policía no va a servir de nada porque no nos va a colar.
What can you tell me about the first lady of the place, big guy?
You mean Miss Natasha Katsenko, sir?
Katsenko.
You're right on point, pal.
Nothing you don't know already.
Just try me.
Well, she owns the place.
And, that...
Pardon, monsieur, but I'm not permitted to...
Bueno, pues vamos a intentar entrar ya.
Sir.
Que vamos con el
How'd you
conejito.
do?
Everything's fine, Mr. Aworth.
Good. Look, this noble
Hello.
pair of pigeons are my friends. They're on the list, okay?
Lâche la montre, sir.
And as for you, you owe me one, gentlemen.
Thanks, old pal.
It was my pleasure to help you.
The jazz overwhelmed us. There was no band in sight, yet the music seeped from the walls like years of cigarette smoke and the smell of spilt whiskey. Behind the bar, rows of fancy bottles reflected the harmonious voices of pretty dames and the clinking of crystal glass. It was the kind of place that makes you drunk, even if you've never had a sip. A dangerous place for someone like me. No matter how alien I felt, it was strangely like coming home. Welcome to the Tsar. Well, here we are.
Mother of...
I take you to the nicest places, eh, sweetheart?
Oh, does it mean you're buying, honey?
Don't even think about it.
Ugh, men these days. So, we're here to find a dame called Natasha.
I have a hunch she won't be hard to find. Let's mingle and try to avoid suspicion.
Just like always.
No, Marty, not like always. This time it's for real.
Vamos a ver.
I was hoping to have missed the main event.
You're a rusty old cock, that's why.
So says the little butt jam.
But what? That's not even a word.
It is now, all because of you. You should feel honored.
You know, Sonny, sometimes you're like an evil little child. A fox is a wolf who sends flowers.
What?
Oh, nothing. I read it somewhere.
No sé dónde.
Fascinating. I didn't know you.
Ha ha ha. Very funny.
So, where the hell is Natasha?
Let's ask that stud over there with those nice gals.
That guy looks way too horny for my taste.
Oh man, your sense of humor is bad at...
You just need to get used to it again.
What? She has pretty long legs. I mean, pretty and long legs for a squirrel, but I don't want to be prejudiced.
We're not here to stare at pretty squirrels. We're here to investigate, remember? man's best friend.
That's not a dog, Sonny. That's a horse. He just has a very weird mane.
I didn't mean him, Marty. I meant the bar.
Oh, I see. Right. Yeah, because that totally makes sense.
2 whiskeys, kid, and no horsing around.
I've never heard that one before. Sonny, you gotta drive, you know?
Yeah, you're right, Marty. Hey, Longface, give me a glass of...
¿Qué bajo ese, nuestro protagonista?
Yes, sir. Coming right up. That wasn't exactly what I meant.
As I recall, you're always bragging about hiding your shotgun in your coat so well.
Sure. Maybe I have it with me now. What?
Well, do you see that bottle, Marty? That's a 28-year-old Golden Eagle whiskey.
Of all the furry
And they've just left it on the bar. Someone ordered it, got so drunk he forgot all about it.
So we're confiscating it as evidence.
Yeah, well, more like stealing it. But if it's easier for you...
You're twisted, pal. But to be honest, I've no objections.
Digamos que la moralidad de estos tíos no es muy férrea, ¿eh?
Look, Sonny, I know it's not my place, but Laura's father went to that...
You're treading on thin ice, Marty.
No, I just... Look, fellas at the station are talking, you know?
Talking, eh? About what? About why Blood Boil took my badge? About what an untrustworthy alcoholic wreck I am?
Look, I'm sorry, it doesn't matter.
Good, and let it stay that way.
At least we're cracking this one together, yeah?
Sure, Marty.
Hablemos con este hombre que no le gusta lo que hemos hecho.
Philmar.
Who? Oh, yes. Philmar. Because that's what he called...
You know him well?
We had some seriously wild cases together, yes. Mainly in Averia, way before Clawville. Another place and another life.
Sounds good. Like the blurb of some cheap pulp fiction book.
Yeah, it was the exact opposite. But the old bird's worth saying hi to. Well, well, if it isn't the great detective, Marlowe.
Blow me, Sonny. You know I don't use that name anymore.
Okay, Mr. Dumbass alias Philmar Lowe.
So says someone who tried to go undercover with a Feather Pillow Mafia is a turkey. Right, Mr. Turk Cayman?
Hey, that was a long time ago. I was young.
And I stick to my principles and my stupidity. Philmar Lowe, and that's that. Don't rile me up, you old fart.
Okay, fair enough. Sorry, I'm a little clucked tonight.
I know the feeling, pal. By the way, what are you two doing here? You stick out a bit. Are you here for a good old-fashioned beating?
We stick out? Man, you look terrible. Like someone who sat on an electric pole.
Don't even ask. I feel exactly like that.
You want a case?
5 feet tall, half of that legs. Angelic voice, demonic eyes, just the usual.
Oh, boy.
And you?
Something like that. Just don't know the exact numbers yet. A dame named Natasha. She called us here. If I'm not mistaken, the joint is hers.
Yeah, she owns the joint, amongst others. Well, good luck, guys. That broad has a reputation. She's not the kind to toy with, if you know what I mean.
Any useful information?
For free?
Stop clucking around, Phil.
All right, but just because of the old days. Look for me after you've talked to her. You wouldn't understand what I have to say about her before then. Don't leave unless you're thrown out, in which case, you know the drill. We don't know each other, I'll deny you in a blink.
Good to see you too, old pal.
Ojo. Ha llegado el que... ¿Dónde están? Aquí está el Iben, que es el que queremos investigar. con Olivia, por cierto no hemos mirado estos, pero no se puede. Vamos a ver las pistas que tenemos. Ojo, algo importante. Ojo. Esa jefa de... Vale. Y... es la propietaria del bar. La Olivia esta. No tenemos más información por aquí. Buenas, Lucas. El de las corbatas sin quitarse, sí. Y este es la Mirka.
This guy is certainly not a gangster henchman.
Of course he's not.
Seguro que no.
That woman with Ibn, I think I know her from somewhere.
Maybe in your dreams, pal.
Isn't that...
Yes, it is. The great Ibn Wessler, in the flesh. So much for our incognito.
Incognito.
Think he noticed us?
Only if he's not entirely blind.
Great.
Bueno, hablemos con él, ya que nos ha visto.
Just act nonchalant, my friend.
Ahora aquí entramos en otro minijuego, ¿vale? Porque tenemos los diálogos normales, con las preguntas que hemos visto antes, pero ahora vamos a entrar aquí en otro minijuego, ¿vale?
No, it can't be.
What now?
Is that Olivia?
No, Marty.
Hey, Olivia.
Are you talking to me?
It's me, Marty McChicken.
Oh, God.
What a pleasant surprise. The roaster coppers in person.
Chicken Police. But yeah, Mr. Wessler, you could say so.
Sunny Featherland, of course, of course. Chicken Police. Your partner is,
Marty McChicken, sir. I just introduced
Ahí
myself
un
to
poco
your
mal,
lady
pobre hombre,
companion
más
seconds
pobre
ago.
gallo.
Oh yeah. I'm so happy to see you.
Hello, boys.
So, to what do we owe this pleasure, gentlemen?
Yeah, so, we were, just in the neighborhood, and...
Cut the crap, Marty. All right, we're here for your sweetheart, Natasha.
Oh, I see.
No big deal. Just a blackmail thing. You know, horrifying threats written on the wall with blood red paint. The usual stuff. You must be familiar with this kind of thing.
Oh yeah, indeed. It's, nasty business. But I didn't know Natasha hired a detective because of this simple matter. But to be honest, I understand. I would have taken matters into my own hands, you see. But I'm kind of busy.
Un detallito, este se supone que es el novio de la chica que la ha contratado a nuestro personaje, ¿vale? Y la chica es un gato y este es un ratón. Cosas normales en un mundo animal.
Mr. Wessler had a meeting with Attorney General Hamtaro yesterday, so he's rather tired. If you would excuse us.
Oh, dear Olivia, it's okay. These gentlemen are just doing their job, right? And if I've heard correctly, they're notoriously thorough. So, how can I help you?
We've got a few questions, if you don't mind.
I'm at your service.
Vamos a ver primero esto, para no colgar a la hora. Aquí está el hombrecillo este. Ratos. masculino. Es guapo y carismático. Bueno, es guapo, carismático. Es un puñetero gángster. Todo de lampa, vale. Con esto no podemos hablar. Y llegamos al... Bueno, de momento, preguntar.
Nice bunker you got here.
Well, thank you, but it's not mine. Not anymore. But I'm sure...
All right, Mr. Wessler, let's make this a bit more...
Y ahora podemos investigar, ¿vale? Pero bueno, antes de llegar a este minijuego, vamos a terminar de preguntar todo.
I'm not as exciting as people tend to believe. I grew up in a poor family of many siblings.
Hombre, es una rata con muchos hermanos, es normal.
Still alive, unfortunately.
Ojo.
My career started with a shoe store, and now here I am.
I wouldn't call that an average life. Shoe store owner to mob boss.
How dare you speak to Mr. Wessler?
Leave it, Olivia, dear. It's just...
I'm sorry if I offended you, Mr. Wessler. Shall we talk about something else?
Everybody knows Mr. Hayworth. He's an antique piece of furniture in this city, so to speak.
Only a bit worn out.
It's not my fault that he's so much in debt, Detective, but the name of his family still rings quite loud in Clawville.
Is that still worth anything?
The name is just their name, of course, but the man behind the name is another matter, Mr. Featherland.
You're a pragmatic rat.
Thank you.
No sé yo si era un cumplido.
Detective, if you want to know something, just ask.
All right, Mr. Wessler.
Y la
Has
última.
your assistant been working for you long?
Are you talking about me?
Yes, I'm talking about you, ma'am.
Let me answer your question then. I've been in Mr. Wessler's employment for 6 months.
Oh, just routine questioning, you know. Most of them aren't good for anything.
It sounded rude to me.
Yeah, please forgive a detective. Olivia's a...
Bueno, y eso, vamos al minijuego del interrogatorio.
Wessler's a tricky guy. Unfortunately, I don't know enough about him, so I have to be cunning. I can't just pin him against a wall. Yet.
Vale, entonces, el detectímetro. Tenemos que ir haciendo preguntas. Si hacemos preguntas que le incomodan o que hacen que se eche para atrás, bajamos puntos, ¿vale? Entonces aquí, como solamente tenemos una, pues no hay problema.
How did you feel when you heard about the blackmail?
Honestly, I found it ridiculous.
And now?
Now I'm kinda interested. But I wouldn't call it blackmail yet. They're just empty threats. There were no demands.
Good point.
Thank you. Are we done?
No, not quite.
I'm sorry to hear that.
¿Qué le preguntamos? ¿Por qué no llamó a la policía? Esto ya lo ha respondido en realidad, porque ha dicho que le parecía poca cosa. Pero claro, si es desconfiado, preguntar a qué se dedica, pues... 1, 2...
Why didn't you just call the police?
Huh? Why? What would have been the use of that? A few messages aren't enough for a case. You should know that.
Harassment makes for a case. So do threats.
Who were you trying to convince, Sonny? Huh? They would have laughed in my face. Anyway, you know, the police station. Once I set foot in there, I'm not coming out again.
Your lawyers are too good for that, Ibn.
Yeah, I guess you're right, chicken.
Hemos perdido puntos porque no teníamos que haber preguntado eso, ¿vale? Entonces vamos a ir un poco más...
Why would anyone have reason to blackmail your girlfriend?
I don't know. Maybe because she's my girlfriend?
Puede ser, no sé, quizás.
You think that's enough?
It's plenty enough.
Good point.
Oh, are you finally getting to a point? Or do you really want to dig around in my private life? Because, people who do that end up in the alley, if you catch my drift.
Very much so, Mr. Wessler. Wessler is tougher than I thought, and he's secretive. It's time to gently beat around the bush.
Bueno, aquí hemos recuperado un poco. Sigiloso, irascible. Esto no le podemos preguntar. Vamos a preguntarle esto.
Were there any similar incidents in Natasha's past? I mean, threats, blackmail, enemies, or insane fans. Psychopath pianists, perhaps.
I don't know about enemies, but she's a celebrity. A star shining bright in Clawville's night sky. Do you understand? She gets endless fan mail. It could be anybody. I wouldn't overreact.
Natasha doesn't feel that way.
I've noticed.
Vale. Es que claro, esto vamos a ir a tirar con esto.
Do you think one of her fans is the culprit? Someone who can't take rejection, maybe.
Why not? It's quite common.
It's a typical motive, indeed. Any ideas who it could be?
Yeah. Attorney General Hamtaro is obsessed with Natasha. But he's, more like the kiss on the hand, flowers bowing type. Throwing bricks through the window is not his style. I can't think of anybody else. Or rather, I can think of everybody else. About half the city, actually.
I get it.
Bueno, esto nos ha venido bien. Quiero hacerle esta pregunta. Esto si es desconfiado no va a colar. Así que...
The mob boss and the pussycat, eh? How did you even meet?
Huh? Are you trying to piss me off, Corpora, so I accidentally...
A simple answer would work.
You know, Natasha, she's both connoisseur and...
You don't remember? That's strange.
Ah, yeah. The Millions, of course. It was like another lifetime. It happened right here. Only this place was called the Millions back then. She was a dancer. Behind the scenes, I arranged opportunities for her on the big stage. Yeah, maybe she still doesn't know it was me. Then one day, I invited her for a drink with a promise that if she was willing to meet me, I'd buy the place for her.
I guess she was willing.
The next day, she had the club in her name.
Well, that is romantic.
Yeah, there are many kinds of romance, Birdman. There's cheap and there's expensive. You get what you couldn't afford.
Do you live in the same house as Natasha?
Oh, you're really something. Natasha's a free woman, but mostly, yeah, at my place in Gold Town. But she has her own kind of a weekend house.
How often does she use the weekend house?
Yeah, every other weekend, roughly.
I see. That's very important information.
Yeah, if you say so.
Si pregunto esto, se puede enfadar. Si pregunto esto... Igual, no tanto.
So Natasha feels like she's in grave danger, yet she's still going out alone.
Yeah, I know what you're getting at, but I'm 100% sure of her loyalty. She's gone out very rarely since this started, and mostly in my company. Yeah, you know, I'm not sure if you do, but in our social circles, banquets and dinners are frequent.
Illegal gambling nights.
You got me there. Yeah, you're right. Natasha is crazy about the roulette wheel.
Always putting it all on the red, right?
Yeah, you're a real rotten bastard, Sonny. Although, yeah, always on the red. You're right.
So, can we meet your lady?
I don't see why not. But first, please, listen to her sing. She's on soon.
El rango... Buah, somos una leyenda viva. Somos buenos investigando. Vale, somos buenos.
Thank you for your time. We'll be seeing you.
Ya le llega la actuación.
I have no doubt about that, unfortunately.
Lo que comentaba antes, el juego, aparte de los diálogos y todo eso de la aventura normal, digamos, tiene también estas fases de minijuegos que están curiosas. O parece que están curiosas, porque al final esto es una demo y solamente hemos visto 2.
Hey, we should grab a coffee or something, Olivia. You know, for old time's sake.
Pleasure to meet you, gentlemen. Goodbye.
Oh.
Pobrecillo.
Please, take a seat. The show's gonna start soon.
Ojo.
Sonny. Sonny.
Say, Chloe's still lying in my bed, and it's dead.
That was, unique.
Buenas, pues no.
Oh, that is cute. Nobody has ever given me such a unique compliment before.
Forgive me, my name is Santino Featherland.
I thought so. You look more or less like I imagined.
More or less.
Sometimes less is more, Mr. Featherland.
You were amazing, dear, as always.
Could you be my little furball and fetch me a cocktail?
But of course.
Eben will be back soon. We'll have a few minutes to talk. Then he'll end the conversation and throw you both out.
With all due respect, ma'am, we're not that easy to get rid of. Doesn't matter who's trying, believe me.
Doesn't matter, he'll do it. That's why I'm telling you. I don't want to see My room's upstairs. Meet me there in 20 minutes. Come alone, Sonny. You'd be too conspicuous otherwise.
Hey.
I understand. You know, they call him Target Marty at the station.
I don't have time, Mr. Featherland.
Sure thing, Natasha. I'll come to your room. 3 knocks, a short pause, then another 3.
I'll be waiting. Go, before he comes back.
I knew she was trouble the first time I saw her. She wore danger like a perfume. It was simply part of her being, and it attracted me, like light attracts the moth people. I wanted to be the microphone as she whispers her melodies, or the pillow she rests her feet on while reading some cheap romance. I wanted to be her nightdress, barely touching, barely covering her marble skin.
Next time on Chicken Police.
Esta es la demo del Chicken Police.
I get offended if women don't drink in my company.
Oh, you are a funny guy.
Clucking hell.
Welcome to the sweltering Nile, gentlemen.
Marty, that's enough.
And Tucock suddenly learned to fly, and even swim, by God.
One more word, and I'll bite off your arm.
Please tell me there's gonna be a glorious shootout. Keep it straight, Sonny.
Shut up and shoot, you big feather pillow.
Of all that's furry and plumey, that's fantastic. Oh my goodness.
Okay, let's stop it right there.
Vale, pues esta era la demo. Ya digo, me gusta la imitación, me gusta los personajes tan curiosos. La mezcla de toda la ambientación, la musiquilla está genial, es muy noir y está muy guapo. Sale a menudo para que se escuche la musiquilla. Entonces este juego seguramente lo jugaré, pero bueno, como veo que no tiene mucho tirón aquí, pues lo jugaré en la soledad, ahí, disfrutando de él, en silencio. O no, ya veremos. Y nada, este es el juego de los otros animales que dije ayer. Hay un juego, están los monetes, hay otro juego de animales, hay el juego de terror. Sí, es que está muy guapa. Y eso. Bueno, pues una aventurilla así, pues está bien. Y ya digo, tiene detalles muy currados, como son todos los detalles de los escenarios. La musiquilla está muy bien, que esté traducido ya desde el demo es curioso, cuanto menos la traducción no es mala. Es decir, no es un... Se han dejado los nombres. No han querido hacer muchos juegos con los nombres, creo que algún nombre lo han traducido, pero el resto no están traducidos. Pero el resto está muy bien traducido, así que no sé, está curioso el juego. Que de hecho, el problema es no lo puedo dejar de fondo de música, porque si cambio de esto, pues nos quedamos sin sonido. Pero bueno. Que por cierto, esos tíos son de Budapest. Era lo que quería comprobar ahora. Esta gente es de Budapest. Environmental Storytelling. No hay tanto Environmental Storytelling, porque al final lo que te estoy contando solamente le da un poco más de... Viene un poco más el lore, por llamarlo de alguna forma, por la historia que hay de la ciudad, de está y todo eso. Pero está curioso, me gusta y... Ya cuando sale el juego completo, que no sé, ponen que ya saldrá. Y eso es todo sobre el Chicken Police. Si os ha gustado, pues ya sabéis, decís, sigue con Chicken Police, y si no vuelves a tocar este juego, apesta.